Thank you so much for coming out today. It is amazing to see you all. When I was driving up, I was watching people run across the street and thinking, please, God, don't get hit by a car. I'm Dafna Michaelson Jenet. I'm a state senator. My district is right over here. And I am also a CD8 resident, and I want to know, where is my congressman? Where is Gabe? Where is Gabe? Where is Gabe? I'll tell you where he is. He's at home right now, thinking about this or watching you on TikTok. And we have, yes, the missing signs. I am, as a state senator, do different things than the federal government. But one of the things that is very similar is Medicaid. And we are in a budget crisis in Colorado, and this cut to Medicaid is going to make our budget crisis worse. Boo is right. Our families deserve the help that we have available for them, and in our country, there is no reason we should not be able to give them that help and support. All people deserve to live with dignity, and Medicaid gives dignity. I'll tell you one other thing. My mother calls me every day. I'm 52 years old. I still talk to my mother every single day. And that's right. And every single day she says, Dafna, what are you doing about Social Security? She's terrified. She relies on her Social Security check to live each month. And what happens if that goes away? What happens if her information is sold? She has been so careful. She is not on the internet. She fears being her identity being stolen. So what happens if that information is now stolen? What does she do? What do we all do? And that's why we need Gabe. We need Gabe to be voting for us, to protect us from this Musk fellow. I heard a really good transliteration of DOGE. Some people call it doggy, much better than the other way. But we need to get rid of doggy, we need to get rid of Musk, and we need to get a representative in CD8 who is voting for our interests. And one last thing before I go. We cannot think about tomorrow without thinking about the cut to the Department of Education. We need the Department of Education. I have a special needs son, and because of the Department of Education, he received services in school. He didn't get the right services, but that's a whole other story for another day. But he did receive services in school. Without our Department of Education, all of our kids who deserve these services will be going without. What are we supposed to do? Fight back. Fight back. Absolutely. Support public schools. We just had a massive rally at our Capitol with public school teachers. It was unbelievable. There were teachers everywhere. Our building was filled with red for Ed. It was a beautiful sight. And what were they fighting for? To make sure that we do not balance our budget on the backs of our children. That happened in the past, and it took us from 2009 to 2024 to stop balancing the budget on our children, and we can't start it again. So our Joint Budget Committee has promised us that there will be no cuts to education. No cuts to education. so we can continue to support public education and make sure our students have access to what they need. Thank you so much for being here, and keep up the energy.